You're watching Morning at NTV.
Hello and welcome to Morning at NTV. My name is Idris Matu and this is Everyday Life. Now, for so long, the rights of young girls and women have been neglected. But back in 2008, the Mentoring and Empowering Program for Young Women established and started a journey to change that. And in studio, I have Dr. Hilda Tadria. Your name is so fancy.
Good morning, viewers.
You're welcome, madam. And Sarah Nakambe, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I'll start with Doctor. What is MEMPROW?
MEMPROW Info is mentoring and empowerment program for young women. Our job or our goal is to make sure that every girl in Uganda is empowered with information, is able to have a job, either as a creator or as a good employee, is able to lead, but also can make informed choices and enjoy her rights.
Enjoy her rights.
Enjoy her rights.
Sarah, are you enjoying your rights?
Most definitely.
For 10 years. How long have you been part of MEMPROW?
I have been part of MEMPROW for the last 9 years now.
Yes.
And so maybe you want me to talk about the programs that we do?
No, before we talk about the programs you do, how has MEMPROW changed your life? Because you are a young woman.
Yes. When I first joined MEMPROW, I was right from the university. And of course, this is a time where you're looking forward to how life is going to unfold. And of course, I went into the right hands. So with MEMPROW's programs, with the mentorship of Dr. Hilda herself, you know, getting confidence, being able, knowing that you have a voice, and knowing that you have to be an active citizen in the country, contributing positively to the growth of first of all, the people who are around you in your family and in the community, and of course with the work we do, in the trainings, and that is how I've progressed.
Definitely. For 10 years, Doctor, you have sustained a journey that is helping young women and girls. For 10 years, what have you been doing as MEMPROW?
Well, first of all, we started off by doing work in schools. And I want to emphasize that every time we start a piece of new work, we do a needs assessment. So it is informed by the needs of our stakeholders. I actually personally went to schools, went to universities. I wanted to talk to girls and find out what could make their life different. Because I think we've witnessed a period where our girls really do not finish school. The girls go into university. And these are facts that I have found out and that we know at MEMPROW. And you find girls are actually cohabiting and working as housewives more than as students. And so we did a needs assessment to inform the kind of packaging we could do with young women. So from that, we understood that girls actually have very low self-esteem. I know boys do too, but in a different way. Girls have very low self-esteem, have very low aspirations. And actually for me, that was the driver for me to start MEMPROW. To have a low self-aspiration means you're already cutting off your future goals. We also found out that violence is a real issue, both in universities and in schools. So we packaged a program which deals with life skills, what we call life skills. And I will ask Sarah to talk more about that later. We also have a program which talks about sexual reproductive health rights. You know, sexual reproductive health and rights is really an area where violence emanates for women. A lot of women experience violence basically related to sexual rights. So we realize that girls need to understand that they actually have rights in all sectors, including sexual reproductive health rights. They can say no. They can say, I'm not going, women can say, I'm not going to have 10 children, I want 3 children. And those are the kind of rights we are unpacking. Girls still do not have access to information. Even as early as 2 weeks ago, I was working with girls, and I said, do you ever visit a health clinic to find out if you can access family planning? They are sexually active. Some of them are young, but they have babies. And they say, doctor, when we go there, they ask us to bring our boyfriends. And your boyfriend doesn't want to be dragged to a family planning service. So their rights are already being denied.
Yeah.
So we have that one. Then down the road, we realize that yes, we're actually empowering girls. They are speaking out. They go home. They want a different life. But the message from the community and from the home is, no, you are a girl. Your worth is less than that of a boy. So we also started working with the communities. When we work with our girls, we tell them that you cannot make independent decisions unless you have economic independence. So entrepreneurship training, managing resources is another program that we do.
You're pushing forward. And yesterday we were celebrating 10 years, and you were live on NTV. And there's did you call it social skills survival training? Have I said that right?
We call it the social
survival skills training in schools. Sarah, how have you been dealing with that in schools?
So, like Dr. Tadri has talked about the needs assessment that we do, some of the issues that girls are grappling with really are low aspirations, lack of confidence, and lack of knowledge. And so when we go into at school, we identify 40 girls who cut across, girls who have issues, but also we find some girls who are leaders. So we have a combined class where people can engage from different perspectives. So we go into a school, and then we talk about the individual girl. Who am I? What are my strengths? What are my values? Where do I want to be in the future? And then this training, usually we do it for 10 days, so it's an intense program, so that it really takes the girl into a situation where they can reflect, take in information, reflect, and learn, relearn. So we talk about issues of body integrity, appreciating your body as an African woman, as a young person, because there are lots of messages that are telling girls that if you're so dark, you're not beautiful. If you're so short, if you're so
tall,
dress
up like this,
if you dress up like this, So those are issues which actually affect their esteem, and it also comes right from the families, where girls are told, you can't even look at someone in the eye when you're talking to an elder. And what this does, it really blurs your confidence, and it also blurs the way you will project yourself in the community. No one will take you serious, for example, if you do not look straight in the eye of the person who is talking with you.
If you're not listening to what they're telling you.
So body integrity, and then of course reproductive health information, things to violence. We know that violence is a big issue in our country, right from the homes. Girls are being raped by either uncles, shamba boys, their fathers.
Visitors, male visitors.
Male visitors. And this is an issue that someone will not talk about publicly because, of course, of the politics around it.
Because culture has constrained all this liberty to speak out.
Exactly. So for some of the girls, when we meet them, this is the first time they tell us about such a situation that, you know what, I was raped. And what rape does is it takes away the girl's confidence completely.
Of course.
You see a girl who is not able to participate in class, what the teacher will do, some of them will just beat you, or they will call you names in class. Some
because
girls
they do not understand what you're going through.
Where you're coming
and this
from.
is such great work that you're doing. What schools are you in?
So in Kampala, we've been to Nabisunsa Girls School. We are in Luzira Secondary School. We are in St. Kizito Secondary School, in Machinde Secondary School. And we also, and Bishop Cipriano Changire, that's Luzira Road. And then we are also in schools in Zombo and in Nebi, and those are countless.
All right, Zombo. That
Yeah.
sounds South Africa. Are you in South Africa?
We are also in South Africa, by the way.
Oh, wow, that is
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, we
And
are-
Zambia.
and Zambia and
And
Botswana.
actually, people heard about our work in other countries, and they wrote to us. We actually want to start a MEMPROW in our country.
Make it international.
Make it international.
Oh, wow,
So
that's-
right now, we have MEMPROW chapters in 4 countries.
All right.
Yeah.
Which other countries are those, Doctor?
South
South Africa,
South
South
Africa,
Botswana,
Zimbabwe, Botswana,
and
and
Zambia.
Yes.
Now,
4
I
countries.
presume, Doctor, you had a dream when you were starting MEMPROW back in 2008. It has been 10 years. Where do you see MEMPROW moving from onwards?
I think for me, I really, and I said to myself all the time, I wish we didn't have to do this work. Because if we are in this work, it means the challenges are still there. I really want to see MEMPROW working itself out of a job. But I also want to see everywhere you go in an area and you find a MEMPROW girl who can stand up and say, because of MEMPROW, this is who I am. Right now, we already have created a huge group of peer mentors. At least we have at least 8,000 girls.
8,000
And
girls.
each of them tell you, I have reached at least 6 more. Our minimum, we say, is 6. Some have told us they have transformed their families. And really for us, going forward, for the next 10 years, we would like to be able to cover the whole of the country.
And Africa.
And Africa, yes, and Africa. And we
Yes.
actually do have requests from many countries saying, can you come? And I say, we can help you to set up MEMPROW. We may not come, but we will help to set
Definitely.
up. So I would like the idea of mentoring young girls and women to be achievers in their own right, to become
To become
the
independent,
norm.
to become
be
powerful,
powerful.
empowered,
Empowered.
Yes.
educated,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
proud of themselves. And
Yes.
simply because we are running out of time, I'll go back to Sarah and ask you, if I want to join MEMPROW, how do I do that?
Oh, that's very easy.
Yeah.
So usually we go with the schools that we have been, it's been on invitation.
All right.
So once we are invited into a school, we go there. But also the peers that she's talked about, they also invite their friends and their colleagues to come and join our community dialogues, for example. And we use places like Facebook, Twitter to get, to spread the
connect.
word out there that we are doing this work. Come and join us.
Where are your physical offices?
We are located on Muyenga Road, plot 1476.
Okay. Any phone number you'd like to tell the people?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe Dr. Tadje can.
Anybody can call me anytime. 075 678 1916. And we want them to know that it's for free. MEMPROW is one of the organizations where you walk in and you are transformed for nothing. Absolutely
Oh,
for
well.
free.
Well, if you have just joined us, you have just missed a great conversation. MEMPROW, mentoring and empowering young girls. They are celebrating 10 years and they are saying, do not shy away from your rights. As a girl, you have your rights and you can have a very, very big future and bright future. If you want to go and contact MEMPROW, you can call on number 0756 781916. Now, I'll leave you with a clip of one of the beneficiaries of MEMPROW.
My name is Evelyn Namale. How I got involved with MEMPROW was a signpost that I read while I was working. And then I met the director, Dr. Hilda. I told her about what I do. I showed her the beautiful bag I was carrying, that it was self-made. She was so impressed and she wondered whether I have ever had business management skills. I said no, and she invited me to the first dialogue where I learned much about entrepreneurship and practical skills management. It boosted my confidence to continue doing my crafts. But mainly, I focused on empowering other people, young children, the old ones, getting them to see the value of practical skills in life. But I would appeal to everybody, all the young people, to get into MEMPROW a space that every young person needs.
You're watching Morning at NTV.